Maybe I'm crazy, but what Jerry Jones is doing is bigger than the NFL.
He's got a lot of friends in high places.
Welcome to the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. That's Brandon Newman.
Hi.
Oh, you said a word today.
Yes.
We're progressing. Usually you just make sounds.
Trying to get better
like,
this week.
Yeah. We're going to do our loser power rankings today like we always do, which are very interesting. Mm-hmm. Speaking of high places, with the Petty Report.
Too early.
We have in or out. Monday Night Football. Mitchell Trubisky made his big Monday Night Football debut last night.
Yes.
He wasn't great, but
it was promising.
Got some slack. Rookie first start.
Bad franchise.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. He got compared to Joe Montana, so it's a normal comparison after your first game. They lost 2017 because he threw an interception, and that's what happens to rookies. Anyway, major injuries. J.J. Watt.
Yes.
So sad.
Yes, and the footage of his ambulance leaving the stadium, which I thought was really weird.
I love JJ. Mm-hmm. And Odell Beckham and all the rest of the Giants receivers are gone. Brandon Marshall's having surgery. Odell Beckham Jr. is having surgery. Adrian Peterson was traded.
Yes.
Adrian Peterson was traded to the Cardinals, and I picked him up for my fantasy team.
Very proud of you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to lose this.
You just got to be smart.
Terrible. Yeah. Anyway, so lots of stuff happening. We're going to get to all of that in a little bit, but let's start with the biggest story from this weekend. Our vice president making a political statement during the national anthem. Who would do that? Who would do that?
Where'd they do that at?
I don't know if you haven't been around this weekend and you haven't heard of it. Mike Pence, Vice President of the United States, went to Peyton Manning Day in Indianapolis, and he flew from Vegas to Indy, then back to LA. Why is that important? Because we pay taxes.
Yes.
We paid for that trip.
We paid for that trip.
I don't care what your political affiliation is. It doesn't matter to me when it comes to this story. You have to be upset at this. I'm just sorry, but it was the biggest setup ever. And there's a lot that offends me about this story, but what offends me the most about the story is how whack the setup was. Like, I can't even imagine people being in the room like, yeah, no one will notice what a setup this is. They'll never figure it out. It's impossible. It's so elaborate. So he shows up in Indianapolis. He tweets a picture of him and his wife.
Yes.
Remember this part because it's important.
Mm-hmm.
He tweets a picture of him and his wife at Lucas Oil Stadium, excited for Peyton Manning Day. Yay! Yay! I'm paraphrasing, but that's essentially what it was. Then he leaves his hotel. He goes to the stadium. All the reporters are told to stay in the vans because there might be an early departure. He stays for the start of the game. That's where they play the national anthem. He takes a very non-posed picture standing for the national anthem with his crew and his wife. And then he's very offended that the 49ers players are kneeling for the national anthem. The 49ers, who have had players kneel for every single game the entire year and all of last year. What a coincidence that they kneeled again at this game. So he's very offended. He tweets, "I left the Colts game today because POTUS and I will not dignify any event that disrespects our soldiers, flag, or national anthem." Well, Vice President Pence, I don't know where you've been, but that's kind of what's happening in the NFL this year. Like, that's literally the thing. So I don't know why you would go if you didn't know that was going to happen.
Right.
Right?
It's like kind of trending right now. It's kind of big in the news.
So he's shocked. He's shocked and appalled that this happened. He just cannot even believe it. He can't deal. So he tweets that. The reporters all leave. The motorcade leaves. He then has a statement that he puts out. Then, of course, our president decides to say that he told him if he goes to the game and any of those players kneel from that team that have had players kneel the entire year, if that happens, just by coincidence, you should leave.
Get out of there.
Yes. None of this is planned at all. And then he flies back to the West Coast to LA for a fundraiser. And then coincidentally, at this fundraiser, they then have a piece of an item that you can purchase that says, "I stand for the flag because I left the game early." So, look.
I didn't even know about that.
You didn't know about that?
No, I didn't know about that.
You're not on the Republican email list? You didn't hear about that?
They took me off the listserv.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was a huge deal, obviously, and it was a complete setup and such a sham. And of all the things that offend me about it, stealing Peyton Manning's day. What did Peyton Manning ever do to you? All right.
he gave
you stole his day. He gets his beautiful statue outside of the stadium that Peyton built, literally.
Yeah, Lucas Oil.
And it's not about him anymore. Now it's about the vice president and his grandstanding for the national anthem, which, again, you're making a political statement during the national anthem. I thought that was a problem here. Wasn't that the problem here? Did I miss that?
Protesting protests.
Is that what I must be missing something, because I think that's what everyone's mad about, and that's literally what you did. But on top of that, you also spent like $300,000 of taxpayer money in order to make that statement, which I feel like
it's 240 if you want to be exact. It's 240,000. Whatever.
Let me not exaggerate.
Yes, of course.
Anyway, so
well, I called BS when the vice president takes out of his busy schedule, leaves Vegas to go see the Colts without Andrew Luck playing the hot 49ers.
Love to see Jacoby Brissett. Hello.
Like forget Peyton Manning Day. Miss me with that, and miss me with the fact that he had to come see a real Hoosier, even though he was born in Columbus, Indiana. Shouts out Columbus, Indiana. A real Hoosier waits for the Pacers to play and see Paul George.
Paul George isn't there anymore.
Pacer-less Paul George. Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Look, we all know it was a setup, and it's really offensive. I mean, if you want to be sneaky, just like, I'm very easy to find. Okay, I can help you set this up, and no one will ever know. I can be a sneaky consultant for you. Okay, because this was a joke, and the cherry on top of this just complete setup of grandstanding nonsense is that he tweeted out a picture from a game from 3 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And had the audacity to change the filter on it. Like, no one, bro, it's the internet.
Joy, filters weren't hot like that in 2013. You got to switch it up. You get the options in front of you, like, ooh, Mayfair, Lux, Lurk. You know what I'm saying? Where am I going to go?
Mayfair is a good filter.
I like
that filter.
Usually good
but
for
if you're
people
really good
melanin.
at it, you do the tweaking with like the brightness, the contrast, a little warmth.
People aren't dedicated like you and I.
It's really offensive that they put such little effort into this setup. Like, no one's going to notice.
Well, the more, what is it? Oil to the fire? What's the phrase? I don't know. How do you say? Fuel to the fire. Thank you for that alliteration. Jerry Jones.
Well, yes. So from that came Jerry Jones, which, as we know, has this whole banter back and forth with Donald Trump about the kneeling for the national anthem. So he has come out and said that he's going to bench any of his players that kneel for the national anthem. So there's a couple things you learn from this. One, that whole kneeling before the national anthem 2 weeks ago was really just for Jerry. He doesn't actually care about what any of these players are protesting or what they care about. Mm-hmm. He's just upset that Donald Trump mushed him. Having a conversation earlier about mushing. What's more disrespectful to you, getting punched in the face or getting mushed?
Oh, mushed is like, you're not even coming back.
100%.
You're not even coming back. Like, get out.
Christian,
you
mush or punch in the face?
Definitely mush.
Mush. Mush every time. Not even a question. Don't even think about it.
I don't remember the last time I punched somebody. I mushed a lot of people.
If I come up and punch you in the face, you're going to be like, what'd I do?
Yes.
If I come up and mush you,
what?
You're like, oh, friends no more. Friends no more.
Let's do this.
You can come back from a punch. You cannot come back from a mush.
No, not public. You can't get publicly mushed.
You cannot. You cannot be publicly mushed. You're right about that. No. Well, Donald Trump publicly mushed the whole NFL, and Jerry Jones was included in that. So he did this whole thing where he kneeled and he needed to be seen, and I don't notice that camera right there in my face.
That I'm smiling at.
Right. So that was really all for nothing. That was really all for Jerry, as we know now. And he said he's going to bench the players, any players that kneel. So Adam Schefter just tweeted that the NFL owners are considering a rule that will require players to stand. And Roger Goodell just put out this very lengthy statement that basically says that they're going to address this at next week's league meeting. So
what?
Yeah. So what's going to happen? I am getting the feeling that they're going to make a rule that's going to require players to stand, which will put essentially the players pinned up against the owners and the NFL, which the NFLPA is going to have to get involved. They've already put out a statement, but it didn't really say anything like directly. But the bigger picture to me, aside from everything that's happening, is what Jerry Jones did and what the other owners, it appears, are going to follow suit doing, which is essentially saying, if you don't stand, we're going to bench you and or fire you. Why is that happening? It's not happening because fans are pissed about it, because fans have been pissed about it. That ain't nothing new.
Right.
That's been happening. So what's new? What's new is the president of the country is demanding that you stand for the national anthem and that you do not exercise your free speech. He is calling out the owners, saying that they should be fired. Government official saying that private citizens should be fired for expressing their First Amendment rights. He's called for lots of people to be fired, actually. And Jerry Jones is going along with it. And then Stephen Ross, the Dolphins owner, actually followed along with this, saying that you either have to stand or you stay in the tunnel. All the owners are going to go along with it eventually. And what I don't understand is, if I'm a billionaire and I have this other billionaire in Donald Trump, who happens to also be the president, telling me not only what I should do with my employees, that people shouldn't spend money on my product, and is essentially trying to ruin my company. I'm on this, bro. Like, what is this? If one of my friends is trying to mess with me like that with their $30,000 bank account, I have a problem. Okay.
For sure.
Well, you're a billionaire. What is it? Where are all these guys' egos? I don't understand it. I truly don't. Like, the powerful people I know do not operate like that.
Right.
If someone tries them, they're like, oh, okay, I got people for that. We on it. Do whatever you need to do. When I get back to you, you will be no more. There's more powerful people than Donald Trump in business in this world. Jerry Jones is a super powerful person. We look at these NFL owners like, oh, you just own a sports team. Dog, these people have money outside of sports. This is their hobby.
So you're expecting these owners to be in a union, unionize, and push back against President Trump?
Well, that's what would make sense, right? These are very, very powerful, very, 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 very wealthy people. We throw around their net worth like it's not, oh, yeah, they're worth like $3 billion.
Right.
That's $3 billion. That's a lot of money.
Yes.
Like, not everybody has $3 billion. That's a lot of money. Okay? These are very powerful people with a lot of money, and someone is threatening them. To me, I would be like, okay, we'll see how that goes for you. You're not going to be in office forever. When you get out, I got something for you. And believe me, I do. So either, what is going on here? Like, either A, he's got like something on all these guys. Okay, we're not going to go there. Or B, they just agree with him.
That's the scary part. And that's what's really bothering me about it, because they're so quick to be like, oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, with President Trump saying this crazy, divisive president, this monster of a man, if you will, is like, yeah, let's go. Whatever he's saying, we're on board.
I can't believe that people that are this powerful are being pushed around like this. So the only conclusion I can come to is that you actually agree with what he's saying. Because otherwise you would be like, no, what are you going to do about it? Yeah. You can't do anything about it because you're the president. You're not our king. This isn't a dictatorship, but there's the problem. So this is what I'm saying, that what Jerry Jones and essentially what the other owners are doing now is a bigger problem than just the NFL. Because what they're allowing is the president of the United States to effectively punish people for what they say in free speech, which is literally what the First Amendment is about. Everyone should be flipping out. Every single person, not just NFL fans. Any person who is a citizen of this country should be like, wait a minute. Trump supporter, I don't care if you're for Bernie, I don't care if you voted for Hillary, I don't care if you voted for your cousin, all right?
Taking rights away.
You can see this, right? Am I losing my mind? Because I feel like it's very simple. The president is telling a private citizen that he needs to fire someone for their free speech. Is that literally what the First Amendment is about? Or like government involvement in what you say? I need someone to explain it to me, because I feel like I'm like, but the thing says,
yeah, this randomly feels like a hot take.
For?
Yeah, it feels like a hot take. You know, it's like I'm surprised I'm first hearing this from you.
Well, I am very smart.
Well, yeah. So, nothing against you. Nothing against you, of course.
No, I'm surprised I'm hearing it from me too. And maybe I'm sure other people are saying this, but it's just not being put as in simplest terms.
Right.
And because everyone is still talking about the anthem and the flag and like just everyone just open your eyes just like a teeny little bit and pay attention to what's happening. Because here's what always happens, right? Whenever you give away a little bit of your right to someone because it for now goes along with what you think, eventually, when you change your mind, which everyone does, or someone does something that you don't like, which will inevitably happen, no matter how loyal you are to someone, that's your ass. That's how this works. Like right now, you might be on the whole other side of this.
Yeah.
Like, fire them. They don't deserve to be in this country. And then one day Trump's like, okay, well, you don't have health care and I'm increasing your taxes. you're like, wait a minute, I don't agree with that. And then you're fired. That's how this works.
No,
there's no bigger picture than what's happening right now with the NFL. It's such a bigger deal than we are giving it credit for. It's actually terrifying. It's like apocalyptic terrifying what's happening. The president is tweeting and calling owners and telling them what to do with private citizens who are exercising their First Amendment rights, and they're doing it. That's literally government involvement in your free speech.
It's a different situation because obviously the players have been dealing with this from their owners. Obviously, Jerry Jones publicly said if anyone sits, he will bench them from the Cowboys. And I have friends in the league, and other people are telling me that their owners have privately said that put pressure on them not to protest.
Have they put pressure, or they've told them you can't kneel?
It's different in different franchises and different teams, but one team specifically, the Arizona Cardinals, their owners have said do not protest during the national anthem. And that's why they've been locking arms. I mean, I have friends who play for the Cowboys who tell me that they didn't care about kneeling,
right?
And they weren't going to kneel anyways. But the pressure is there from social media for them to kneel, and these are the guys I'm talking about are black players
sure.
who are torn because they feel the pressure from the outside to be forced to kneel, even though they just want to secure their job and make it to the next day and get these paychecks and create a legacy in the NFL. It's so much bigger than that now, and now they're being called all kinds of Uncle Toms and random things because they choose not to kneel, or they're not pushing it back against Jerry Jones, who's forcing them not to protest during the national anthem.
Sure.
It's very divisive, and one of these players on the Cowboys was talking to me about it, and he says it feels more like they're dividing black people, and they're using the NFL to highlight divisiveness within the black community, which shows weakness, and they're exploiting that. We're not on the same side with this thing, and social media is highlighting it.
Yeah, social media is, what do we always say? Can't fix the internet, right?
Yeah.
So where I understand you're feeling pressure from your community to do what people say they would do, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm sure you're getting guys who are like, if I was in the NFL, I would kneel. Well, it's easy to say because you don't have those stakes. You know what I mean? Right. You can go on your social media and talk about how you feel about politics, how you feel about the president, say whatever you want, because your employer is not paying attention to your social media, nor do they care, because you aren't playing for the Dallas Cowboys, right? So there's different stakes. So I understand the pressures of that, and also that doesn't surprise. Well, we know that Jerry doesn't want them to kneel, but yeah, I'm sure lots of players have been getting pressure from their owners not to do that, and I can't imagine the position that they're in if they really want to, because you could lose your job if you're not the upper echelon player. That if they bench you, it's going to be obvious, and then you divide the locker room. So it's a very complicated situation, and that's obviously I think what it's going to come down to is they're going to make a rule. And that's going to be it. But it's going to be it as far as the NFL goes. It's not going to keep players from talking about it. And it's not going to go away. And more importantly, everyone is giving in to the president demanding that you not say something. It's crazy to me. It is crazy to me that even very, very rich, wealthy people are okay with sacrificing the First Amendment for some money. Which, let's be serious, that's what this is all about. And look, we all work for money. I like money. I need money. You need money.
I love that ish.
A what?
I just say I love that ish.
I love money. Of course. Of course.
Cream. Everyone
does. $1 bill, y'all. Yes, everybody needs it, right? Yeah. But what are we giving up here? And again, he's going to be out of the office eventually, but what is he going to leave in his path for the next person?
No, I think about it like, I never was dedicated or talented enough to be in the NFL, but I put myself in like my friend's shoes, and I think if it was me out there, it would be a stark decision of, am I going to try to Muhammad Ali this thing, be the adversary or
advocate?
Well, it seems like you either be an adversary or an advocate to Colin Kaepernick, and it's not that simple. It's not that black and white. And if it was me, I feel conflicted to kneel for the things that Colin Kaepernick first sat for, let's remember that he decided to kneel after the member of the military asked him to kneel instead of sitting because it was more respectful. And I would feel pressure. I don't know what I would do. Of
course not, because you're not in that position, and now you don't have the ultimatum. But the next step for this, and something's gotta give. It has to, right? Anytime history is just repeating itself is what's happening right now.
Right.
So anytime that this happens, everything comes to a head, right? Mm-hmm. Something's got to give. So the next step in this is Jerry's laid down his ultimatum. It seems like the rest of the NFL owners are going to do the same. Roger Goodell's going to do the same. So everybody's just given into Trump, just essentially ripping up the First Amendment by the government getting involved in regular citizens' free speech, which, again, should really terrify every single person in this country, no matter what your political affiliation is, because it's coming for you too, baby. Okay,
it's frightening.
I know right now it's not coming for you. We're gonna get it first. I know, but then it's coming for you too.
Right,
okay,
exactly.
It's happening.
No one's safe.
No one is safe. I know you think you're safe, but you're actually not safe at all. Because once it's gone, it's bye-bye. So the next step is a player defying that, which I think will happen, and then we'll see what the league does. And then the NFLPA will get involved. But either way, as usual, the story's not going anywhere. And don't talk to me about how we shouldn't talk about it anymore, because Mike Pence is the one that went to Peyton Manning Day and ruined Peyton Manning Day with the worst scam I have ever seen in my life. You know what? That's because men can't lie. You know what? Y'all are bad liars. That's what it is. Bad liars.
I am the best liar.
No, you know
was
what?
I lying?
You know what that was? You know what that
See that?
that picture
What's
he
that?
tweeted is like when the girls do the edits on their pictures.
Oh, yes.
And they're like on a brick wall, like, and they like make their butt bigger and the whole wall is all windy.
I'm so sick and tired of the Photoshop.
Yes. I need the stretch marks. It's a joke.
You need to quit, Skip. Pockets.
It would carry a knife.
And stab the snake before he ate it.
All right, so that is Mouths with the Yak, actually. Mouths and Yak. There's lots of different hashtags for it, but the official name of the song is Mouths with the Yak, Black and Mild song, and it is from the remix god Suede.
Suede, the remix god.
Yes, so shout out to him. It's been all over the internet. Yes, I have seen it. Although I appreciate people tagging me in it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And I appreciate it. And Shannon is he's something. He's unk.
He's something else.
Yeah, he needs to learn how to take the label, or not the label, the plastic off the top of the
Yes. So it makes it look like he has had some
bottle.
yak.
Well, we know he hasn't had any yak. Okay,
Exactly.
We all know that. Nor has he had any mouths either. But yes, he keeps posting the picture to me, like what's up? Like, yes, I know that you have it. Take the plastic off. Anyway, thank you to Remix God Suede for making that. It's amazing. So we appreciate that. And that, if you don't know what that is, just get on the internet. It's everywhere.
How do you know where we are?
All right, it's time for In or Out. In or out. Only in or out.
Wow.
What's up?
Joy. OBJ, Brandon Marshall, and Giants return man Dwayne Harris all get surgery this week. That's 3 Giants wide receivers out for the season. And with those injuries in mind, Terrell Owens went to Twitter during the game and said, "Hey Giants, let me know if you need an interim wide receiver." And Chad Ochocinco Johnson tweeted simply, "At Giants, hey big head." He didn't. Hey big head. Joy, are you in or out on replacing OBJ with these retired diva receivers?
I am out on it.
Really?
Yes. Well, I do think it would be amazingly entertaining. And the Giants are 0-5, so what do you really got to lose?
Yeah.
They haven't played in 5 years.
Yes.
So
that could be a problem, possibly.
While they're both in amazing physical shape.
They look great.
There's a difference
Specimens.
between that and
Looking
playing
good.
football.
Yes.
They also play a position that gets hit. From
Clearly.
time to time, okay,
Clearly.
right, exactly. So while I do think it would be fun, and they're obviously 2 of the best celebrationists in NFL history, and you're replacing Odell, it would be an amazing headline, probably one that the NFL could use until they actually got in the field, and then not so much.
Well, I mean, like you said, they're 0-5. What do you have to lose? I'd say you can put them in 3-legged race thing.
I mean, you could lose your job.
Then the same player.
You could
They
lose
could be
your
the
job.
same player, though.
There's some things.
Ben McAdoo, he's lost his job anyways.
That appears to be likely, yes. All right, so I'm out on that, although I do think it would be interesting.
Okay, good. Okay, anyways, moving on. After Sunday's preseason game, Russell Westbrook did his post-game interview wearing a T-shirt that read, "Adopt a cat." Mm-hmm. Now, if you remember during KD's Twittergate, Durant used a fake Twitter profile, responding to some internet trolls. One of the things KD said in third person, "Can't win a championship with those cats." Meow. Everyone online thinks the cat shirt is throwing shade at KD, just like when Russ signed his $250 million contract on KD's birthday.
That he did.
Joy, are you in or out on passive-aggressive T-shirts?
I am in on passive-aggressive T-shirts.
Yes.
I also thought the T-shirt was really cute.
It was a nice T-shirt. You don't see that style anymore.
I'm into cute T-shirts.
Yes, of course.
Like Three River Stadium.
Yes.
You know about
that's
Three River
nice.
Stadium?
I do because I know you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Like you just learned about it right now from my shirt?
Yes.
Okay. I was actually there when they demolished Three Rivers. It was very sad. People were crying.
Like I said, the extent of what I know.
Now. Anyway,
okay.
I'm in on passive aggressive T-shirts. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty much in on everything that Russell does. Because here's why. You know I love Petty. We have a Petty report we're going to get to in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Russell is he's like the Morpheus of Petty. Right? Like there's like normal level Petty.
Yeah.
You stalk your ex-boyfriend on Instagram or something, like make a fake page and you're like, like in the comments and stuff, right? Russell is so ahead of the game that unless you are following Russell's mentality, you can't even catch up with how petty he is.
Yes, fans of Russell Westbrook are more petty because they're in his head more.
Right.
They just think like him.
Think about this. This is weeks later from Katie's random responding to Twitter troll event.
Yeah.
And he had, there's no way he had this shirt, right?
No.
He definitely went and got this shirt or found it or someone sent it to him like, yo, look at this shirt. And he bought it specifically to wear on camera so that people could see it. Mm-hmm. He didn't wear no jacket. Like, it's just like, this is the shirt that I have on. I'm in on it. He's so petty.
People are taking notes and just waiting for the next thing. Do you think KD responds back or is another Westbrook
I think KD has to chill for a little bit. We had a talk with KD, remember? It's like simmer just a tiny little bit for a little bit. Just wait. Let's wait until the season starts. It's only a couple days away.
That's fair. Okay, let's move on. So Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian are expecting a baby. Yay! Don't fake it, Joy. Anyways, that means that the Kardashian Curse is coming to Cleveland. Okay, Tristan is going to is being followed and filmed by the Keeping Up with the Kardashians crew.
Correct.
Tristan's boss, LeBron James, isn't too excited about the Kardashians crew, like in the training facilities all the time. He referred to them on Snapchat as the shit show. Mm-hmm. The shit show. He said that quite a bit.
Yes.
The shit show. Joy, are you in or out on the Kardashian Curse taking down LeBron and the Cavs?
Layered. I am in on it taking out the Cavs because I want nothing more than for Cleveland to lose. Dwayne Wade is going to be starting now alongside, and I love Dwayne. It's killing me. But we'll I am not in on Derrick Rose whatsoever, and he is also starting. So anyway, for a while I was resistant to the Kardashian Curse actually being a thing for multiple reasons. Like one, like the feminist in me couldn't allow myself to admit that the Kardashian Curse was a thing because I'm not into like men blaming their failures on women. You know,
respect that.
But
I
think I have to believe in it now. Like it keeps happening. It's like.
I think it exists, but it's like a gift and not a curse. It's the Kardashian gift.
It's a gift to me because I would the
Cavs
to lose.
Yeah. It's a content gift.
And obviously LeBron believes in it because he's trying to ward it off.
He is.
So what he needs to do is go and get himself like a voodoo priestess or something, come and do some things. He's going to have to sage the facility a couple times a week.
Listen.
He's going to have to go through some major ordeals to keep this curse away. And
LeBron,
he's already Tristan's already off the starting five.
Yeah,
so
he's making
moves.
Yes.
He's making moves as his boss to prevent this from happening.
I do want to go on the record and say LeBron already has a voodoo priest. Look at his hairline. It's gone through amazing transformations over time. He has someone on staff who is clearly works in magic.
I told you. I don't know why LeBron hasn't retired and just invested all of his money in whatever he did to get his hairline back, because that is a thing that people really care about. Guys Going Bald is a $1 billion business.
It's immaculate.
You've solved it. You've solved the problem. Why don't share it? Share it with the world.
He's followed when TV's got HD. He went ahead and fixed it.
It makes me uncomfortable though talking about LeBron's hairline though, if we can be honest. It's like feel like I don't like making fun of people's appearance.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. No.
As much as LeBron annoys me, I feel like it's like nah.
We don't hair
shame. It's like low hanging fruit. I want to be advanced.
Right.
We just
missed the headband.
LeBron. Yeah, I do.
There you go. There you go. Okay, well, we're staying in Cleveland. Your boy D Wade is excited to be reunited with his banana boat brother, LeBron. During a recent interview, Wade said, "It's like peanut butter and jelly. We just go together." I love the quote, love the bromance, but it had me thinking, Joy, are you in or out on PB&J's?
I'm out on their bromance, first of all. Okay.
It's not the question.
I know, but I just want to say that I'm out on the bromance. Am I in or out on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Yes.
Okay. So
why do you have to pause? Stop down
because people are going to be outraged by this, but I want to make sure I say it properly. I'm out on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for a couple of reasons. One, I can't be eating bread like that. All right, like I can't do it. Like
peanut butter, no.
Like I don't like to work out. I've got to pick and choose my poisons, and bread is just not one of them. All right, it's like whiskey, bread, meh.
Yeah.
So
with you 100%.
Right. So I don't eat peanut butter and jelly for that. I'm bougie. I'm too bougie for peanut butter and jelly. It is what it is. Like I was poor, and now I'm still like I'm like a little above poor.
Yeah, exactly.
So like out of principle, I don't want to eat it anymore.
No, peanut butter and jelly reminds me of a tax bracket I wasn't happy about being in.
Exactly. It's why I won't buy oodles and noodles, or not oodles and noodles, the cup of noodles. I won't buy them anymore. Yeah, it's like my college food.
Yeah, exactly. I don't eat pasta anymore because of that. I also, if I do want peanut butter and jelly,
pasta.
Let's not, Joy. We got more in or out.
You do understand there's very expensive pasta, right?
Panini. No,
panini is not pasta.
Bow tie. That sounds fancy.
Panini is not pasta. Panini is a sandwich.
Panini is the name I'm looking for, right? Comment what type of pasta I'm trying to say and your favorite pasta. I like angel hair if I'm eating because it's light.
I'm sweating. Anyway, so I'm out on peanut butter and jelly for that reason, and also because now Wade has ruined peanut butter and jelly for me. I know what I'm really out on is the peanut butter and jelly in the same jar.
Oh yeah. Come on now. That's as novel as like green ketchup. Get out of here.
Green ketchup.
You don't remember green ketchup?
No.
Purple ketchup is a little crazy thing. Come on.
No.
Come on, Joy.
I'm from Pittsburgh. I get down with one kind of ketchup.
Okay, We're moving on. That is very true.
I judge
That's
people.
fair.
Have you ever gone to someone's house? They got the Hunts.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But they had stock in Hunts, so it's okay.
All right, fine.
I asked.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then that's excusable then.
Yeah,
all right, that
course.
makes sense. Keep it in the family. It's gotta be Hunts.
Last one. Speaking of reunions, Justin Timberlake is the front runner to perform at halftime during this year's Super Bowl. Last time JT hit the Super Bowl stage, he was with Janet Jackson, and they had a great show, Nipple.
Janet, if you nasty.
Yes, exactly. There are rumors of JT and Janet reuniting in this year's performance, Nipple. Joy, are you in or out on a JT-Janet Super Bowl reunion?
I am in on it.
Okay.
I love JT. Who doesn't?
Yep.
And I think it actually would be unfair if they have JT and they don't have Janet. Why is Janet got to be punished?
Yeah.
He's the one that did the thing. He's the one that ripped the thing off.
Right. Nipple, that show would be great if JT came back and I don't even know if they have a song together. I just want to see a Jackson back on the stage.
I know. And Nipple. I love Janet. Who doesn't love Janet?
I love every inch, every part of Janet. She's had a baby, Nipple.
She had a baby. And then she left the billionaire she was with.
She left the billionaire she was with? Yes. To have the baby? She had
the baby first, bro.
What? Did she sign the thing?
Of course she signed the thing.
Dang! I see. Is Serena doing that?
Janet. Serena got money. I mean, Janet has money too.
I know, but yeah, that's true.
But you're right. I don't know. Yeah. Probably. I don't think it matters once you have the kid, you know?
All right, let's see if we're in or out, Nipple.
All right, it's time for the petty report.
Joy, you're obviously Queen Petty around here. Who you got for the petty report today?
I have Evrett Edwards, who's a DB for Iowa State.
Yes.
Iowa State beat Oklahoma 38-31. Big upset.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what they call those. At home. And you and I both like Baker Mayfield.
Yes, big Baker
fans. He's a Heisman favorite, although this is going to a little hit on it. I like all of Baker's antics. Not the getting arrested part, but he's got swag and he's cocky. I'm in on the cocky athlete.
Yes. He's a young Kelsey, young Travis Kelsey. Young Travis Kelce Joy. A young Robin Thicke. Talking about swagged out players or people.
Where did you get Robin Thicke from?
He got invited to the BET Awards multiple times in a row.
Oh my God.
We like him. He's white and we like him.
No, we did. He's not with Paul Patton anymore.
Oh gosh, I can't keep up.
Okay, we'll try to. All right.
Let's
so
go.
anyway, we like Baker Mayfield, not because he's a young Robin Thicke, and don't blaspheme and say he's like Travis Kelce either, because Travis is beautiful. All right, not that Baker's not beautiful, but Travis is different.
Right.
So anyway, Baker has swag. He got in trouble, but he's better now. He apologized, and he did the whole incident with Baylor where he said, "I'm your daddy" or whatever. Then he planted the flag in the Ohio State center of the field, right in the O. And they lost. So Everett Edwards decided he's gonna try his hand at Baker's swag, and he planted the Iowa State flag right there in the middle of the Oklahoma stadium, and I love it.
I give him credit for finding a flag that actually sticking to the ground.
Sure.
If you didn't see the video, he stuck it into the ground, but it was
not the same.
The theatrics that Baker had,
No.
the flag was like a Charlie Brown tree version of the flag that Baker swung in the air.
Well, because Baker was cocky about it, but he's made for that, right? Like that's his brand. So he's like running around, waving it, making a whole big scene, thrusting it in the ground, And Iowa State was more like, I'm gonna just put this here.
Like, we're lucky there's footage of this. Like, I think a assistant strength coach from Oklahoma walked up and was like, I'll take this.
I like it though, because there's no way that they had any inclination that they were going to win this game. Like, you did not go in this like we're going to beat Oklahoma at home.
Not playing.
So I love it. It's petty enough, and Baker, if you're going to dish it, you got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
So he was asked about it after the game, and he gave his like curmudgeon answer. But it's fine. I like it, and he deserves it. You can't go around doing all that stuff and not expect to get it back when you lose.
True.
And it'll be fine. But they did drop 9 spots in the rankings, so
but that's what Oklahoma does. They yo in the top 10 all the time. I hope he has a good chance to redeem himself and be petty again, because I love Baker.
I love Baker too. Loser power rankings. Loser power rankings. These are the losers of the week. So every week we do this, and there's no really like rhyme or reason to it. It's just who I think is a loser this week.
I follow
basically
every
how we
time.
do it. And then we power rank them. You know how power rankings work?
Yep.
These are loser power rankings. So we're going to start with 3. All right, so the New York Jets are coming in at number 3 because they suck at tanking.
Yes.
They're supposed to be losing, and they keep winning. They are tied at 3-2 with the Patriots and the Bills. If you don't know about the Patriots, decent team.
It's very competitive.
Defense not good, but overall decent team. And the Bills are pretty good this year. The Jets are not good. So just the fact that they're 3-2 should not confuse you. They are actually a bad team, and they're supposed to be losing, and they keep winning. They beat the Browns 17-14, which is not a great accomplishment.
Another good team.
They also beat the Dolphins, who are super stinky, and the Jags, which we'll get to in a second. But again, not a team you should be super excited about beating. You just lose. The whole purpose of the season is to lose, and you keep winning.
They're heating up. They're stringing some
They're
games
not
together.
heating up. No.
They're stringing some games together.
No, they're not. Okay, they are stringing some games together, but they shouldn't be doing that. All right. Now they're hosting the Patriots on Sunday,
right?
And they're going to get back on track with this losing stuff. All right.
This isn't a gut data fact, but Josh McCown's going to have a pretty good day.
You know what? You're right. I think Josh McCown will outplay Tom Brady on Sunday. You stick with that. All right.
Write it down.
Goddamn Jets keep winning, messing up their season. But whatever. Stupid Jets.
The Browns. Myles Garrett. He came back from injury. First play on the NFL field was a sack. He had 2 sacks that game. The Browns, Deshaun Kaiser needs to clean up some stuff, go Irish. But the Browns are a good team. The best 0-5 team.
Didn't they yeah, you know what? I can't even like this.
Yeah, they're the best team that hasn't won a game.
The best, sure.
Statistically.
Sure. So you're riding with the Browns, the Jets, and the Jags.
Just love football.
Yeah, you're just like on that hot take train right now. All right, at number 2, I wore this as an ode to the Steelers for some good luck. The Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Jags, stupid Jaguars, 30-9. That's your team this year. You're all in on them.
They beat a really good Steelers team.
I don't know if the Steelers are really good right now. Big Ben was really awful. He had his worst game ever. 5 interceptions, 2 pick sixes.
It's terrible. So bad.
Yes, it's very, very bad.
So bad.
And then after the game, he decided to say that maybe he doesn't have it anymore, which is insane. It's just totally insane. I actually think that Ben wanted to retire last year, and he forgot that he was going to make a lot of money if he didn't retire. But I feel like he's checked out, which is really sad.
I think he wanted to retire, but then the Steelers realized they didn't have Charlie Batch anymore as a backup, and they asked him to stay.
Charlie Batch.
Shout
out Charlie Batch. I'm friends with Charlie.
Out. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
He's a great backup quarterback. But yeah, I felt bad for him watching that game. And he saying I don't have it anymore may knock him when it comes to Hall of Fame stuff later on. I'm telling you, that's not the mentality of a Hall of Famer. That's not a hot take.
Very rarely do you stun me to the point where I don't have words. That was one of those. That was amazingly bad.
That take?
Yes. It's an amazingly
Was it
awful
worse than
take.
his game?
Yes. He's definitely
Dang.
still going to make the Hall of Fame despite that misstep. I feel like there's some other missteps in his career that might keep him from the Hall of Fame. Him saying that he doesn't have it anymore, not going to be one of them. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
All right. Smooth transition. The Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
There's actually 2 winners on the loser power rankings this week. Yes. All right. So the Jets for being bad at losing by winning. And the Miami Dolphins because what a joke of a game. Okay. So they won 16-10 over the Mariota-less Tennessee Titans, who I couldn't be rooting harder against. Not just because I was rooting for the Dolphins, but also because they wouldn't even work out Colin Kaepernick. And so they deserve to lose. So they've got Matt Castle. Nothing against Matt Castle, but not good. Not a good quarterback. And Jay Cutler was abysmal. He had 92 passing yards on 27 attempts. Not great at math, but that's not very good.
It's a lot.
He was being booed. So it was their home opener. They're up. They're winning the game. And fans are booing and asking for Matt Moore. Do you know how bad you have to be at your home opener and the home fans are booing and yelling for the backup while you're winning?
Or
that's bad.
Or
what?
Matt Moore's just that loved in Miami.
Oh, he is loved. It's a bit I will never understand. Ever.
It's not a bit.
It is a bit. It is a bit. Trust me. I know a lot about this team and I know the fans. People have been calling for Matt Moore to replace the starting quarterback since he has been there, and I don't understand it. But he's a great backup quarterback. I have nothing against Matt Moore. He's a competent backup. He's a backup quarterback. And this is coming from somebody who does not trust the front office of the Dolphins at all. 0% to make the right decision. I'm positive that Matt Moore is not the answer. All right. What you do need is an actual competent quarterback, which Jay Cutler is not because he tried to retire and Adam Gase was like, no, don't retire. Come and ruin the Dolphins season. But while the Dolphins did get a very stinky, terrible win over the Titans, that is not the biggest news from the Dolphins this weekend. So if you did not hear about this story, and really like here's the thing, because this is where I messed up. If you have a friend that hasn't heard this story, record them watching the video for the first time.
Yes.
Because their reaction to the video of offensive line coach Chris Forster doing what he does, I don't want to say best, but very good.
Seems to be good at it. He's practiced.
You need to have the reaction on camera.
Yes. You know what? You blew it. You blew that opportunity to do it, to show. Yeah.
So there was a video that was posted Sunday night of Chris Forster snorting a white powder. I can't say allegedly because that's nope.
It was a wintry mix.
Yes, we haven't confirmed the substance.
Right.
Wow. He's snorting a white powder rolled up in a $20 bill on his desk, which people are saying is at the Dolphins facility.
Right.
Before going into a meeting. And why do we know this? Because he recorded himself while snorting the white substance, 3 lines to be exact, and talking to a woman. And this is a little bit of the sound.
Hey, babe, miss you, thinking about you. How about me going to a meeting and doing this before I go?
So he resigned. He no longer works for the Dolphins. He's actually one of the highest paid assistant coaches in the NFL. Between like 2.5 and 3 million this guy was making.
Well, we know where the money's going to the wintry mix. of substances. By the way, it was a fourth line afterwards. There's 3 lines, and then he collected
Just like a little the extra
the residue,
the
and then
together.
one more time.
I mean, can't leave any on the table.
Yes.
So what happened was he sent this to a woman who then decided to, I believe she is a professional dancer.
Yes, very
It's her
professional.
occupation. And she decided to post it on Facebook.
Wait a minute, was she like ballet? What, classical, clogging, Irish? Like, what does she do? The dance part?
She does the dances.
Does she the ones you stretch before, or
Sometimes you have to, I think.
stretch during?
They do some tricks. It seems like any form of dancing that you do professionally, you need to
Objects
stretch for.
involved?
I don't know. Anyway, so she decided to share it on Facebook, and the caption said, "I really don't do this often," which is just incredible.
Her arsenal.
I mean, if you say you don't do something often,
Right.
I feel like you do it.
You definitely do it.
There's no need for a caveat. You
Right.
do this.
Yeah.
You share videos people send you.
Part of
you
your
are not
brand.
to be trusted videos. So she said, I really don't do this often, but since it's NFL Sunday, let's talk about these coaches. Introducing Christopher Forrester, full government name.
Wow.
Miami Dolphin offensive line coach. Hey, honey, are you still high?
Wow.
So she
Great copy.
She put him on Front Street, and of course the question is why? Why would you do this? Why would you expose someone who sent you this private video?
A love letter of sorts.
It was a sort of a love letter,
Right.
right? I think he was trying to be sweet.
That's the sweetest he can be. He's been a football coach for 12 plus years in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's his version of sweet.
Well, it sounds like they had some experiences together, at least from the video. Anyway, so she wrote after the video went everywhere. She said, "The white people mad at me, like I forced blow down this man's nose, and like I recorded it on the low." She has a point there. He did record it himself,
Right.
Snort the white substance himself, and send it to her himself. No one forced him to do that. Those are his habits, and recorded himself and sent it to me, professing his love.
That's real. That was love.
Like love.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's how you define it. So quick to make excuses for him, but will roast a minority player over an anthem, dogfights, weed, domestic issues. I feel like the domestic issues is warranted, but and the dogfighting. What y'all keep saying, all lives matter. Shut the bleep up. If his ass was black, you would be dragging him through the mud face first. They better leave people like Colin Kaepernick alone before I pick off more of them. Oh, you know this bleep is easy for me.
Wow.
Hey, she's got a conscience.
This woman,
She's a hero.
she's a superhero.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an insane story, and the video is an absolute must watch. Although I will say it does make me uncomfortable to watch people in their lowest moments. I don't really enjoy.
That was
watching
clearly his
celebrities.
highest moment. With that said. Okay, you can continue.
Fair.
Well, like
But she does have a conscience, though. Like she did it for a reason.
Yeah, clearly.
There's a couple missteps in this statement that I would say dogfighting is a fair thing to get upset at someone for.
Right.
Hitting
listen,
a woman is another thing to get upset at someone for.
Of course.
But overall, the rest of it, I think I mostly somewhat agree with.
I think the video. There's a couple things. He makes over $2 million a year, and he's using a $20 bill.
Oh, you feel like you should use 100?
$100 or a $2 bill. You have to show some kind of status in what your bill choice when doing that. I'm
Okay.
not sure. I just moved out here to Hollywood. I haven't seen a lot of it, but just when I've seen the movies, right?
Right.
But I feel like the video doesn't let it sink in the content within the video.
Right.
What he actually said to her, and it's kind of poetic. I just want to give you a little snippet
Okay.
of
You want to put it in perspective
what he
for
would.
us?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Is there a voice I should read it in? Like, is there?
I mean, I think whatever romantic voice comes to your head.
Hey, baby, miss you, thinking about you. How about I go? How about me going into this meeting and doing this before I go snort? Those big grains falling, but I miss you. I miss you a lot, snort. What do you think? Crazy? I know, babe. There's, so on and so forth.
Right. I think it's very good, actually. When when you say it like that, it's kind of romantic,
Kinda.
especially the grains falling.
Oh my gosh,
It's like grains from his heart
man, you can just see a music video while I
or
was singing.
other places. Yeah. Anyway, so it's most of all just the most stereotypical Miami story ever. And just when I think Miami cannot produce a more insane story, Nevin Shapiro, Larry Tunsil last year with a gas mask bong, it just
content gods.
Like, oh,
the Miami Dolphins.
I got you. Yes, sure. Content, yes, fine. It's something. It definitely is something. Anyway, you have to go watch that video. All right. Got data facts?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right.
Okay, so we've obviously been watching NFL. This team did not end up on your loser power rankings, the Houston Texans.
No, they did not.
For good reason. My gut. Wait a minute. Let me get my hands on it.
Okay. Do you need a pen? There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good deal. My gut tells me Deshaun Watson has put together the 2 best games from any rookie quarterback in the history of the NFL. You want to hear it again? Deshaun Watson has put together the 2 best games by any rookie quarterback in the history of the NFL.
Okay.
What you think?
I did not put the Texans on my loser power rankings this week because I agree with you. It was not warranted for the loser power rankings. Even though we had 2 winners on our loser power rankings this week. So it might confuse some people.
Right.
That is not how loser power rankings work. It's whatever I want.
Exactly.
All right. So I did not put them on there for that reason because I do think Deshaun played well. But your guy's a little off. You might need to check. You know?
I was heavy this morning.
Yeah.
Okay, what
take some fiber or something, some probiotics.
What are you pushing back with?
All right, well, the best 2-game stretch by a rookie quarterback actually happened in 2012. RG3 beat Philly and then Dallas on the road on Thanksgiving. He had 8 touchdowns and 1 interception. 2 division rivals.
He
had a perfect passer rating over Philly. 14 of 15, 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, also ran for 84 yards. Pretty decent.
Okay.
He's no longer in the league, but
it's not about that. Was he wearing cornrows during this time period?
I would have to.
So that's a clear outlier.
I'd have to give it a Google.
I think. Wait a minute. Yeah, check the gut.
Yeah.
He was definitely wearing cornrows, and that. What is the word I'm looking for?
Erases. Cancels.
He's not in the running.
Okay.
He's
so
not
just
in the running.
no. Just none of this information matters.
My gut says that your data is wrong because he was wearing cornrows.
Okay, so Watson lost the game, right? He lost one of the last 2 games.
Listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's still a winner. He is clearly the future of the NFL.
No, that I agree with. He is a winner, and he is the future of the NFL. He just did not put together the best 2-game stretch by a rookie quarterback ever.
My gut can always be right.
That's all right. We'll get you some probiotics. We'll work on a probiotic sponsor. Yeah, you can take some.
Ooh, can we get sponsored by Pepto, please? Please, Joy,
I get
please.
Down on some Pepto.
Yeah.
Pepto and Tums are absolutely must be in my house at all times.
The pink drink.
Pink drink.
Pink drink.
For sure. I got tummy problems. Anyway, good job this week. That was a lot. It was a lot of stuff.
We got a lot
We covered a lot of bases. Romance.
We just plowed the fields of just Constitution. We just kind of blew right through it.
Pettiness. Yes, I agree. Well, you were awesome this week. Thank you to everyone who's been subscribing and listening. And we will talk to you next week. We love you.
Bye.